Okay, so in the last class we have discussed about Rolle's theorem and mean value theorem, right? I hope you remember till now. Mean value theorem and Rolle's theorem. What it was, I will just recall back all those things, okay? So through diagram only. So see here carefully. Rolle's theorem, what it says is, and it's better to understand with the help of diagram only, otherwise statement it is very complicated to understand directly, okay? Even me, when I was in high secondary level, I didn't understand what actually it tries to say. So it's always better to understand with the help of figure, okay? So, and these theorems are obvious theorem. Obvious means you will also see if that in the diagram, if I draw and explain things, whatever you have in the theorem, it is obviously it will happen for sure, okay? Now see, first thing, derivative. What you mean by derivative? You know, it is slope of tangent. We have done in class 11, slope of tangent. It always give you slope of tangent, this derivative, okay? Now see carefully what Rolle's theorem says. Rolle's theorem says that if you take one range, suppose close interval, you take x value, you take close interval from here to here, say this one A, this one is B, okay? So x value I am taking between some values, okay, from here to here, and I am taking this value also, close interval, okay? Now if I have a function whose graph is something like this, suppose whose graph is something like this, continuous like this, okay, something like this. Oh, I have crossed the limit here. Let me write B here, okay? There is a function defined. Suppose function is defined from this to set of real number. This I have drawn till here. You can draw from here also, big one also, real number. Y value can be, this mean what? This is mean x value can be taken from here, y value can be taken from here, right? That's what the meaning. Function, you know, right? This is a comma b, this is set of real number. Function is defined from here to here. That's what meaning. This is f of x. Whatever value you will take from here, this will give you image of that. F of x, it means y value. So y value you can take from here. This is what the meaning here, right? So anyway, so y value can be any real number, and x I have taken fixed value from here to here. So when I draw graph, whatever function is defined, if that function is continuous, means does not break, okay? If it does not break, and if that function, means the graph, is differentiable. Differentiable means what? Differentiable means it must exist. Differentiation must exist, right? And differentiation will always exist if your differentiation means what? Slope of tangent. Slope of tangent will always exist if your graph is not something like this. Peak you don't have, peak point like this, okay? Or you can say you don't have a sharp point like this. If you have sharp point like this, can you draw tangent here? Obviously not possible. Tangent means what? It is a unique line that can be drawn from only one point of a circle or curve, you can say. Unique line, this one, a unique line you can draw from one point of from a unique point of a circle or curve, you can say. From this curve, if I take one point and if I try to draw tangent, a line passes from this point. You can draw exactly one line, such line. You cannot draw from another direction passing through that point, exactly that point only. If you try to pass from this point another direction, if you take, you will see that from this point it will pass and another point also it will touch for sure, okay? So that's why they have been given a special name. They have called us tangent, okay? They have been called as tangent. So if you have curves something like this, where you have a sharp point like this, okay, then obviously I won't be able to draw tangent. Why? Because there you won't get a unique line. I can draw like this also, passing from this point only, so this is not your tangent, okay? So differentiable means it should not have sharp point like this. So when you draw graph, it should be curved like this, okay? Smooth curve like this. It should not have something peak or sharp point like. I hope you can understand. That's what it means, differentiable. So function is defined in Rolle's theorem. Function is defined from a range, this one, to not range, domain this one to range this one. Okay, and first condition is f must be continuous, second condition is it should be differentiable, and the third condition is they have said that if you have a graph which is continuous and differentiable, and if you have a point fa, this is your fa, right, y value, and if you have a point such that fb, image of b, such that these 2 points are equal. Means equal means what? When you draw a graph, you have to come back to that line, same line. If you draw a graph here, okay, this is a graph line, suppose. To be equal, fa and this must be equal. To make it equal, what you have to draw? You have to do, if you have a function, a graph, you have to come back again to this point, right? Then only it will be equal, this length and this length. fa equal to fb means what? fa equal to fb means what? This length and this length must be same, right? So when you draw a graph, you have to come back again. I will draw it separately. You can see this is your a, b. If I draw, suppose a function start from here, your graph start from here, fa, this one. Okay, this is your a, this is your b. Okay, I have a function graph like this, suppose. Okay, it's going on. Now condition is what? First is continuous, f must be continuous, second must be differentiable, third is if fa is equal to fb. Now see this condition, fa equal to fb means what? fa equal to fb, image here. Now if you have to make this and this equal, the last point must be here, right? Means the graph must come something like this. If it comes from here also, something like this also, curve. Not, these are not sharp point, okay? Smooth curve you can. Yeah, it have to come back like this. Then only fb and fa will be equal, right? Yes. Now if you have such condition, then they have said there will exist one point x equal to c. There will be, okay, according to theorem it says there will exist one point x equal to c. There will be one point here, which will, this c will lie between a to b. Okay, c will lie between a to b. And one more thing, differentiable, they have said between point a and b, open interval. They didn't say it should be differentiable between a and b, they have said, but not at this point, exactly this point. Why? Because at this point you can draw many tangent. Okay, so you will see in the condition of Rolle's theorem they have taken open interval. This also I have explained why open interval. If you take closed interval, obviously at this point it won't be differentiable. You cannot find slope of tangent here, it's not possible. So this is not differentiable at this 2 point. That's why open interval they have taken. Okay, so anyway, fa is equal to fb, right? So then what it says, the theorem says that between this you will have one point, such that if you differentiate the function at that point, means if you take a graph like this, you will see there will be a point, minimum one point, where you will see the tangent, means slope of tangent will be, that is, slope of tangent means what? Derivative. Derivative at that point will be always 0. 0 means this derivative, 0 means what? Slope of tangent is 0. Slope of tangent means 0 means what? Angle made by tangent and the x-axis will be 0. We have studied, right, this one. What is tangent? Tangent is nothing but the angle made between the line whose tangent you are finding, tangent, slope you are finding, I mean, the angle made by between that line and the x-axis. That's what the tangent means, right? Tangent means the slope of line. Slope of line means it makes angle. What angle it makes between x-axis and the line, that is what the tangent is, right? So this angle is called tangent. This angle is nothing but give you the slope of line, or you can say tangent of this angle, this slope of line also. Okay, so in this case derivative means nothing but slope of tangent, right? So you will see that slope of tangent at this point, one point will be there, maybe this one or maybe this one. You can see from the graph, you can see what will be the slope. Obviously it will be like this, the tangent will pass like this. So you will see that this tangent will be parallel to x. Parallel means what? What is the angle between them? 0. Okay, means the derivative will be 0. Slope of tangent 0 means the derivative will be 0. So basically what it says is, if you have a graph which is continuous, differentiable, and if fa is equal to fb, then you will have one point x equal to c between a to b, such that if you differentiate the function, you will get that value 0. Means slope of differentiate the function means what? You are finding slope of tangent. So slope of tangent you will get 0. Means the angle you will get 0. Okay. So angle gets 0 means what? This will be parallel to x-axis. That's what Rolle's theorem is. Now mean value theorem is also similar to this, only this condition is not there. Okay, so if this condition is not there, and the proof is also not this one, you can see what it is. So mean value theorem, what it says, if you have a graph which is continuous again, okay, like this, continuous and differentiable, but this time what they have said, define from this to this. Number 1, same, continuous, f must be continuous, 2 must be differentiable. Third condition in Rolle's theorem was fa is equal to fb, right? In this case they are not equal. If they are not equal, then also you will have one point between a and b, one point x equal to c. There will be exist one point such that you will see that differentiation of that function at that point will be how much? It will be f of a b minus f of a by b minus, it will be equal to this one. Now what is this? If you see carefully this one, this is nothing but slope of line. Slope of line, remember what was the formula? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. These are also nothing but that only. You can see carefully here. Suppose I name this point a. What is this? This is your a, this is your b. Then what is this point? Coordinate of this point will be a comma f of a, right? This will be b comma f of b. Okay. Now if I ask you to find out slope of this line, how you used to find out slope of this line? Remember, if I have 2 points on a line, I can always find out what is the slope of the line, right? So this is a, this is b, suppose. So slope of ab, what it will be? Here I will write down. Slope of ab, what it will be? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This is the formula, right? So y2, what it is here? fb minus fa by b minus a. This is nothing but slope of this line. So you can see this is nothing, this and this are same, right? So can I say this is nothing but slope of AB? So this is nothing but slope of AB. Now what is this? F dash C means there will be a point C such that, suppose F, this is C, then not here, I will draw, suppose here, this is C, then what will be FC? FC will be this one, differentiation of FC will be F dash C. This will be FC, right? And F dash C means slope of tangent. This will be your F dash C. So you can see this and this equal means what? Slope of AB, slope of AB is equal to slope of tangent at C. Slope of tangent is this, slope of AB is this. Now slope equal means what? The angle between them must be equal, means they must be parallel. You know, right? When a slope will be equal between these two, when these are parallel to each other, this whatever angle it makes with x-axis, this also must make same angle with x-axis, means this and this must be parallel. So you can see slope of AB and this, when it is parallel, then only this condition will satisfy. This is nothing but slope of AB, this is slope of tangent, and they should be parallel to each other. Now see how this theorem can be related to Rolle's theorem. In Rolle's theorem, what it was? FA and FB was equal, right? So if I turn this one and make it equal, okay, if I move this and try to make this length and this length same, then what will happen? When you move this one, obviously this whole thing will move, right? Yes or no? So when you move like this, then what this will become? This will become parallel to x-axis. This and this equal means what? this will become parallel to this axis, right? So when this will be parallel to this also will turn exactly same way, right? So this also will be parallel to this one. So in Rolle's theorem, what it was? Obviously this and this was parallel, right? Remember in the diagram I have already shown this line and this line was parallel in Rolle's theorem. So when you make this one equal, it will become Rolle's theorem. So mean value theorem, in mean value theorem, if your FA and FB become equal, then it becomes Rolle's theorem. So that's why the speciality of mean theorem is, in this case FA is not equal to FB, but if it become equal, it will become Rolle's theorem. Mean value theorem itself will become Rolle's theorem. Okay, so this thing, I hope you have understood something here. Try to analyze whatever I have said and try to practice this one. Based on this we will do exercise. Okay.